I know we're all a little tired of this Ukraine-Russia thing. I can only imagine how tired people who actually live in war zones are when these things happen. So um, here's an optimistic thought for you. I could be completely wrong. Could be completely wrong. But if I'm not, this is certainly promising, at least in terms of being able to move forward in time. So this whole hot mess with Ukraine should actually this week right now, because it is March 8th. So this week literally is it's the matter has come to a conclusion. These things have all finalized at this point. So it won't be official though. Official, right? Remember, there's always whenever we're talking about public figures and celebrities, there's always things happening that we don't have access to that information, right? There's always stuff hiding behind the scenes. But it will be official, according to my calculations, it'll be official next week. Like it'll be over officially next week, which is um, good and scary all at the same time because next week we have this gnarly full moon happening. So it will be over officially, but not necessarily in ways we would like it to officially be over. I mean, I don't see anybody, taking a hearty handshake and walking off into the sunset um, with a sound of friendship behind them, and cheers and parades. So this week everything's coming to completion. Like literally, they're letting the ink dry as we speak this week. The decisions have been made, whether they're telling us or not. They have made their decisions. They know how this is going to end, and this is it. This is the last leg of the journey. Next week, around this full moon, it's going to be official. Like it'll be public. Then we'll know what's going on. Now, mundane. Ukraine's chart takes a lot of activity in April and again May. So my suspicion is they will still be around. So it's not looking like they're going to get swallowed up by Russia unless they get swallowed up by Russia and they allow them to maintain their nationhood, which I kind of don't see happening. But anything's possible. Anything's possible. So your optimistic thought is that this could be over around by the full moon of next week. Now, being officially and technically over is not the same thing as being completely over. We've still got a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of drag after drag with this. It goes on into April and May with that nation. And all the little, tendrils and things that are kind of woven into the relationships around these countries. So the mess, there's still a mess we have to clean up afterwards. But for now, let's keep our thoughts in the right place and let's keep visualizing a neutralization of aggressive forces. Because one of the interesting things that's also come up looking at these charts is Putin and Biden and Zelensky all have a strong, dominant Mars in their charts, which is, I can't think of a worse combination to have in world leaders right now. Except strong Mars and a complete imbecile having that Mars in their chart. So the thing about it is when you have strong Mars in a man's chart, it really, because we are conditioned and we have a world and society that supports this, you should expect to see like this vying for dominance, this competitive vying for dominance amongst the men that have strong dominant Mars. Men who have strong dominant Mars, unless they've got other aspects in the chart, will have a difficult time playing nice with other men who have a strong dominant Mars because Mars must dominate. It's like the bull in the springtime. It must be the top dog. We got 3 of them going at it right now together in the pasture by themselves, right? Zelensky, Putin, and Biden all have strong angular Mars, and they are the principal players in this dogfight we're looking at. So I don't know how we're going to get through to a neutralized pacifist, peaceful conclusion to this with that operative. I mean, we've got 3 bulls in the pasture fighting each other. Well, vying for dominance. So let's maybe even put in some thoughts and visualizations for some divine intervention, because Lord knows, left to their own devices, these guys will scrap literally like dogs until somebody's dead or injured and there's nothing left to do. Right? Because it's Mars and these are men. These are male Mars. It's not good. It's not good. It's good for sports. It's good for sex. It's good for getting stuff done. Like it's good for, courage and bravery and getting out there and leading the way and taking chances and all those wonderful things that move life forward. But when we're talking about combat, it's also good for combat not good when we're talking about international combat. That's a whole other animal when they're making these decisions that involve the deaths of hundreds and thousands and millions of other people because they want to play war games, because they're having a dogfight and barking at each other across the fences. So, but we've only got another week, and they should come to some climax, and then we should be able to move on to the next chapter in this. So put your thoughts in the right place. Get your mind right. All right, we'll talk to you guys later.